What's up, fuckers, and welcome to my first pre-draft prospect rebuild here on NBA 2K21 at Next Gen. Today's video, we're going to be starting out with the one that I think is 100% the most likely situation. Cade Cunningham going to the Detroit Pistons after they officially won the 2021 NBA Draft Lottery. I'm super excited for Pistons fans, man. They absolutely deserve it. All praise to Blake Griffin, if you know what I mean. So this is going to be a fun rebuild. Obviously, we're going to be starting in the offseason. As I mentioned, actually, I haven't even mentioned this yet. I went ahead and actually gave every single team their first-round pick. So all the first-round picks are up to date. I apologize. Second-round picks are not up to date yet. I literally just did this, and I have to record this video. So I will get second-round picks updated for the next time we do a prospect rebuild. But before we do get into this one, if you guys are new around here, subscribe to the channel. It does help me out a ton. You guys have been killing it, really. We just hit 29.3 thousand subscribers. We're on the road to 30K. You guys have been doing tremendous. And if you guys want to see more of these pre-draft prospect rebuilds, let me know what prospect and what team you think they're going to end up with. I think personally Mobley's probably going to go to Houston. I feel like Jalen Green's probably going to go to the Cavs. But after that, I mean, it's a little bit of a free-for-all. So let me know down below what you guys want to see. I think the top three, in my opinion anyways, are kind of set, but you never know. Things move. And we will see. So we're officially here with the Detroit Pistons. Dwayne Casey, obviously the head coach of this team. I don't know if I'm going to keep him long term. I'll probably give him at least one season again. I mean, it's weird because I feel like Detroit wouldn't be the smallest market in the world. I mean, there's definitely smaller markets, but again, we're not the Knicks, we're not the Lakers. So we probably had to be, somewhat optimistic or cautious with, the money we go ahead and probably throw out there. So, I don't know. Really, these are my assistant coaches right now? All right, I don't know where my normal guys are. I guess I'll just sign these two. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, and we will go ahead and get Ryan Williams as well, and I'll need a new assistant GM. We'll get my boy Owen Masters. So all set there, and then, yeah, sure, Caleb Rogers, cool. All right, so we are officially heading up to the NBA draft right now, where I'm going to be taking Cade Cunningham first overall. If you want to pause at any point in time and just double check and do my math that I confirm that every single team has their correct first-round pick, don't worry where so much that it says the teams. Obviously, this 11th overall pick didn't come from the Suns. It's just the Charlotte Hornets do have the 11th overall pick. Obviously, you have to sim an entire season first. So not everything is up to date. We do have the first overall pick, though. It is going to be Cade Cunningham. I'm very interested and very excited to see what he's going to be doing with this franchise here, man. I think he's definitely got a lot of talent. I really do. So, I'm pretty sure we got the whole draft order right. I mean, if I screwed up anywhere, please let me know because I'll go ahead and change it. But yes, Cade Cunningham going to be our first overall pick. We take a look at the rest. Actually, I'll take a look at the rest of this roster after. What other picks do we have? So we have 17, 19, 27 in the second round. I'll take one second-round pick. I don't need two second-round picks on this team. Again, a lot of young talent on this team already. So probably going to be a best player on the board scenario here for me here. I mean, let's just look at, I guess overall wise. Jaden Springer's here. If we look at, prospect rank, Ochai, I don't know. We're just going to take Jaden Springer of Tennessee. I think I've drafted him a decent amount. I drafted him in the video the other day, but again, I didn't really use him too much. So maybe we'll use him today. Cade's going to be an 80 overall. Springer is going to be a 71. We are going to sign both of them team player options. Corey Joseph, I'm bringing back. Rodney Magruder, just because I'm probably going to trade a lot of these guys. I also want to emphasize, just because this is a realistic pick does not mean this is a realistic rebuild. That's definitely something I should get out there. Dennis Smith Jr., I feel like we can let go. I mean, if we look at this roster right now, we obviously have Killian Hayes here as well, who develops like a god in this game. And then these two if we need them. I feel like these two, Cade Cunningham can play off ball. Yes, does he have the ball in his hands a lot of the time at Oklahoma State? 100% because he was 100% the best player on that team. But I think he can kind of play off ball a little bit. He's also 6'8", definitely going to be a pretty good perimeter defensive player, I'd say, at some point in time in the NBA. But I probably might start him at shooting guard and see what Hayes can do, because I think Killian Hayes, especially with how he progresses in this game, it'd probably be pretty dumb not to start him. So we will see, though. Qualifying offers, I'm probably going to give Hamidou Diallo one. I think he definitely deserves it, but Dennis Smith Jr. can probably walk. I think his time here is probably coming to an end. So free agency right now, pretty much just Dennis Smith Jr. for us. Take a look, the bare bones roster now. I think I might try to move Cunningham to the shooting guard spot just because, again, I forgot. This team has so much young talent, man. I'm really excited about what this team can do. I might move on from Plumlee, for being honest. I mean, it's not like Jahlil Okafor is going to be, a franchise guy for me, but I really do think Isaiah Stewart's going to be really solid for this team moving forward. So, we got a nice young core right here, and I do think we're going to probably make a couple trades. So, I'll see you guys with the first move. So our first move here is going to be coming with the New York Knicks. Rodney Magruder heading to New York straight up for a top 10 protected New York Knicks first round pick in 2023. So I feel like we probably have a couple other trades. I think Tyler Cook and probably our boy. Sorry for the weird cut. As I was saying, I think these next two trades are going to be, I think Tyler Cook's definitely going to be moved. Davidas Sirividas. I'm not going to lie to you. I know nothing about him. And, knowing the way 2K progression works, he's probably not going to progress that well. What's his contract look like? Again, I don't know anything about him. He's a team option. I just think I need a better backup small forward, if I'm being honest. So let's go ahead and get a couple picks for these two guys right here. Again, I'm sure this dude's probably going to turn into an absolute stud, knowing my logic. knowing how things typically go for me. And again, I'm sure some Pistons fans are probably going to be pissed off in my comment sections, but what's new? Kiziak Paul, I feel like I low-key could maybe move to the small forward spot. What are you shooting? He's a B+ 3-pointer. Mid-range is a C+. It's not great. I'm just kind of looking for replacements right now. I mean, I wouldn't mind a more of a veteran guy off the bench. So let's take an Oklahoma City. It's actually a Phoenix Suns first-round pick. The Suns are not as good as here in this game right now as they are in real life. So I believe that should be... I moved Cunningham to the shooting guard spot. As I mentioned, again, I know he's very much a pure point guard. I think one of his comparisons I saw on the Ringer was actually like a Ben Simmons who can shoot. But I'm going to move him to shooting guard right now. I mean, he definitely can shoot the basketball. That's 100% a fact. But, I do want to play them together. So I think Mason Plumlee definitely could be, a good guy to move maybe for either another pick or some sort of backup small forward. So we can look. I'll probably move down to the power forward spot. Again, it's nothing against... Oh, he's an 85 overall at power forward. It's nothing against them. I'm just not going to start him and give him a lot of minutes when I have Isaiah Stewart here, who's 20 years old and has really a lot of promise, in my opinion. So he's actually our highest overall. Mason Plumlee, what can we get for you, man? I just need some sort of backup small forward. I actually might get some pretty good offers because, again, he's an 85 overall right now. But I don't really see a future with him on this team, and especially, at least in my opinion. Matisse Thybulle is not a bad option at all. I can get Clint Capella, really. Miles Bridges, I low-key might just move to the small forward spot. I mean, we're actually getting some really good offers right now. Ooh, Kyle Kuzma. Actually, no, let's take Joe Harris. We also get Franz Wagner on this team, who, again, he's definitely going to be, I think he's a very underrated prospect in this upcoming draft. Let's do this deal. Joe Harris definitely provides some good shooting off the bench. I know he had a tough, Eastern Conference semifinal, especially those final couple games, but I'm excited about this. Eventually he might not be here the entire rebuild, but Franz Wagner hopefully can develop as well. So I'm super pumped about this one, and yeah, I think we're good with this team. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 1. Oh, I'm dumb as hell. I totally forgot Hamidou Diallo was on this team. And I gave him a qualifying offer and he accepted. I didn't even give Dennis Smith Jr. qualifying, but somehow he went ahead and accepted it. He's going to be traded. So I do want to use Diallo. I think he does have decent potential. I actually would probably prefer him as the backup shooting guard instead of maybe a Josh Jackson, who is he a free agent at the end of this year? He is. I mean, I know Diallo's a free agent as well, but I think he definitely has a little more potential for me. So I'm going to move Hamidou Diallo down to the backup shooting guard spot. Again, that's totally on me. I just totally blanked on the fact that he was even on this team. So I think Josh Jackson's definitely going to get traded now. And then we're pretty much all set. I mean, I'm probably just going to go ahead and maybe get rid of Dennis Smith Jr. as well. So, I mean, do I really want Dennis Smith Jr. to be my backup? I mean, who would I prefer? It's not that. I mean, sure, why not? I'll give Dennis Smith Jr. the minutes. I'll get a pick for Corey Joseph and Josh Jackson. I'll see you guys at the rotation. So I got rid of one of Josh Jackson, or I forget who the other guy was, but I got a first-round pick and Roddy Magruder. I'm trading Roddy Magruder for our boy Siri Vitas. Again, I know nothing about him. I'm probably butchering the name, but I'm just sure some Pistons fan or somebody's going to be like, oh, this dude's actually going to be really good. So I will get him back. Now Corey Joseph's going to go. So we're just going to go ahead and, again, anybody want to give me a pick? Like, really? He is making 12. What? That's crazy. What are these trade offers, man? It's Corey Joseph at the end of the day. Okay, maybe I can improve the backup center spot just because, again, Okafor is in the final year of his deal. I did not think I'd be making all these trades right now. Again, I apologize. I obviously screwed some things up, but center, please. It doesn't matter who it is. Jakob Poeltl's on a 2-year deal versus, I could go Cody Zeller. I get Cody Zeller a decent amount, and I don't give a first-round pick. So Jakob Poeltl, welcome to the team. Holy hell, I'm sorry. Let me get this rotation done. So rotation's all set here at the start of year number 1. Again, I'm sure some of you are going to question my decision of moving Cade to the shooting guard spot. Again, at the end of the day, this is 2K, and I honestly wouldn't really be surprised if they ran some sort of rotation that had both Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham in the starting lineup. I feel like that's probably going to be the best way to do it. Again, Cade's 6'8". He definitely has the potential to be able to cover a lot of shooting guards in this league, especially we are playing basically positionless basketball at this point in time in the NBA. So that's why I decided to do it. If he couldn't shoot the ball at all, I'd obviously make a little bit of a different choice. But as of now, it's going to be Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Isaiah Stewart. Bench unit, Joe Harris, Hamidou Diallo, Jakob Poeltl, Sekou Doumbouya, and Dennis Smith Jr. All right, I mean, we obviously have a pretty young core here. A lot of young talent, especially, in the starting lineup here, excluding maybe Jeremy Grant. But I mean, he's obviously talented. He's just not that young anymore. You know what I'm saying? All right, I will see you guys at the end of the first season. So we wrap up year number 1 here. We're 11 seed here in the Eastern Conference, and I do want to go over a couple things. I'm probably going to make some pretty big moves this offseason, whether in terms of trading young pieces, because we do have to win a championship here in 3 years. When we look at the Detroit Pistons right now, I think they probably have a top 5, young core in the entire NBA now, especially with Cade coming into this team. I just think we're in a 3-year rebuild right now. Obviously, this is not a realistic rebuild, but I'm sure none of you are going to be like, oh, why'd you trade this guy? Why'd you trade this guy? He's going to be very good in the future. Well, shit, probably, but I'm in a 3-year window. People do that all the time for me. And it's mind-blowing that people can't understand the concept that this is a 3-year rebuild. I don't have, 8 years here to be running the Pistons. Cade is your Rookie of the Year. I think Jokic won MVP. You can take a look at his numbers if you want to go back. 19 points a game, basically actually it's like 18.5, 5.5 boards, 7.5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 47.5% from the field, 37% from 3. Maybe working that 3 ball a little bit. You know, up to maybe 40%, something like that. Pressure Chua, 6th man of the year. Jonathan Isaac and Yeka Okongwu, Steve Nash, 59 and 23 for Brooklyn. So we go 35 and 47. We are not in the playoffs here. Not really that surprised. Cunningham and Hayes, again, basically, you know, our 2 guys moving forward in our backcourt who I really don't think is going to change. Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart was super solid. Jeremy Grant definitely could be on his way out. I think he's probably the guy I was definitely talking about. Joe Harris was actually pretty good. What did he shoot from 3? He shot 46% from 3. I will take that any day of the week. Hamidou Diallo, Dennis Smith Jr., Sekou Doumbouya, Jakob Poeltl. Then we got Franz Wagner on the bench as well. Rebounds was Stewart and assists was Killian Hayes. So we are obviously not here in the playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and sim them. And I'll see you guys in the offseason. I don't really know why I cut out because I'm sure a lot of you guys want to see who won the championship. So the 76ers won. Joel Embiid, your finals MVP. It's the stupidest cutout of all time. All right, league meetings right now. As you all know, we always go ahead and reject all of these. We're going to head up to the draft water right now, see if we are projected anything here. Detroit. Oh, the Rockets actually have our pick. Okay. Does that stay with them? Yeah. Okay, so we do not refer. What deal was that from? Am I blanking on some sort of trade they made? I'm trying to think what trade that was, but I really don't know. I might try to move on from Dwayne Casey. Maybe get somebody who's a little bit younger in here, a little bit of a different mind. I mean, Mike D'Antoni's definitely not younger, but he definitely has, you know, a little bit of a different system. He introduced 7 seconds or less, correct? Or am I wrong on that? Because I know he did it like back when like the Steve Nash Suns. But was he the first one to introduce that? I don't know. Mark D's Nuts, which I call him, does have 2, you know, an A and an A- rating. So we're going to bring him in here. Very good enough for me. I'm interested. I forget. Was D'Antoni the first one to do that? I really do forget. All right, we're up to the draft. We do have the 16th overall pick from the Phoenix Suns here. I don't really feel like I need it. You know, we're probably going to look to maybe go ahead and get some, you know, some guys that are a little more veterans at this point in time. So moving on, we're up to, oh wait, we don't have anybody at rookie signings. Team player options, all of you are going to come back. We'll bring back our boy Davidias, Seravidis, however the hell you pronounce it. Hamidou Diallo. Oh boy. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. I just don't know if I want to give him $11 million, especially when actually, you know, I'll give him the qualifying. I can always renounce it. So, obviously a huge free agency here in terms of, you know, talent that is available. I don't really know who I'd want to sign out of these guys. Obviously, we're not really looking for any sort of backcourt help. So, like, Steph Curry's probably out of the picture. I'd say James Harden, Kyrie Irving are probably out of the picture as well. So, you know, I think maybe power forward would be a cool spot to upgrade. And again, I don't want to have any people have it in the back of their head that I'm trying to make this realistic at all because I'm definitely not. Maybe a Julius Randle. That could be fun. See, we got here. We don't have a ton of, you know, we don't have a max. I mean, we do have a lot of money. We don't have a max deal spot, but you know, we definitely could move on from Joe Harris. I think it's probably time to do that anyways. I mean, Wagner or Dividiras, however the hell you say it, it's probably going to be there just because, you know, almost $19 million for Joe Harris probably is not it when we're going ahead and trying to sign a max free agent. So let's look at our offers right now for Joe Harris. Again, doesn't have to be anybody tremendous. I'm really just looking for, you know, maybe a pick or something. Tyrell Terry's nice and young. Could be my new backup point guard. Fine by me. I mean, he's actually the only point guard we have in a contract right now. So cool. Welcome to the team. And I think Julius Randle would be a fun option. I mean, could I go after maybe a Jimmy Butler or a Kevin Durant? I mean, theoretically, yes. And I definitely probably could get Kevin Durant right now just because he doesn't have any max offers. I mean, seriously, what are these offers? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least Harden has 3, like, max offers. Like, and obviously Luka probably has 3, yeah. I just, like, who's offering Kevin Durant that money? It's just, it's kind of dumb to me. So, I think we'll definitely get Julius Randle. You know, again, he's not exactly... you know, he's not I'm not saying he's a bad free agent compared to the others, but again, he's definitely not, you know, the top of the top tier right now. So, we're going to go ahead and probably renounce the rights here as well. I actually think I can get a qualifying offer on Hamidou Diallo. So I'll probably go ahead and give him some sort of offer here. He wants $11 million. I'll just give him basically the same as qualifying. So he's back on this team right now. Let's take a look at this roster. And we do still have Jaden Springer here again. You know, that's my thing. You guys say you want me to draft more late first round picks, even occasionally some second round picks. Obviously I took him in the second round. I don't mind that. I just know these guys don't progress as well as they know they might in either real life or, you know, occasionally what they actually are going to be. You know, it's a weird spot for me because these guys probably could contribute, you know, if I'm doing a 5 to a 7-year rebuild, but they're just not going to in 3 years, which really does suck. But Jeremy Grant's probably on his way out. I don't really know what other position I want to upgrade. I mean, Jeremy Grant definitely could just be, you know, maybe for some backup. I don't really know, but I will see you guys with whatever trade we do make. So this is going to be the deal here. Jeremy Grant for Devontae Graham and a first-round pick in 2026. Now, you might be saying you have Tyrell Terry as your backup point guard. What are you doing? He's only 21 years old. Definitely has room, a little bit more room to develop. And again, Devontae Graham, more of a veteran presence at this point in time, being 27 years old. And again, the higher overall is probably going to contribute to more wins off the bench. So that's the move for now. He might only be here for a year. Tyrell Terry honestly definitely could be, you know, my backup point guard next year with another year of team control. So we're all set for now. I think Franz Wagner is going to be getting some backup small forward minutes for me. You know, I definitely maybe could have gone and got a different backup small forward, but again, I do think this guy has a lot of potential, both in real life and in this game. So we're all set. So you guys at the start of year number 2. Year number 2 here, this is how the rotation is going to look. Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Saddiq Bey, Julius Randle, obviously our pretty big, huge free agency addition. Really locking down that power forward spot, moving on. And moving forward, Isaiah Stewart going to be our starting center. He's been tremendous, averaging a double-double for us. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his numbers. Yeah, 14.5 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, he's been great for us. Devontae Graham will be my 6th man in here. Again, could only be here for a year because Tyrell Terry actually developed up to a 78 overall. So probably just for a year. Sekou Doumbouya, Jakob Poeltl, Hamidou Diallo, and Deary. Oh, wait, no, he's not getting minutes. I'm sorry. I gave him to the wrong person. I want Wagner to get the minutes. I think he has a little more potential. Again, I know nothing about this dude, so I could just be pulling shit out of my ass. But that is going to be it for now. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So quite the turnaround for our young squad here at the end of year number 2. Luka Doncic, MVP. We are a 2 seed here in the East. We are actually first in the power rankings. Victor's Rookie of the Year in Houston. Spencer Dinwiddie, 6th man of the year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year. And Desir Little, Most Improved. Billy Donovan, Coach of the Year, 57 and 25. Who is he the head coach of? Is he Chicago's head coach? No. Is he maybe Dallas's now? No, they can't. I mean, they still have Rick Carlisle technically. 57 wins. I have no idea. I seriously have no idea who's the head coach of whatever. I don't really care. All right, let's look at some numbers right now. Player stats, Cade Cunningham led us in scoring, just under 20 a game. Julius Randle, Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes, again, really solid, 15.5 points, 3 boards, 8.5 assists. Saddiq Bey, who I think is a tremendous player. I think he has I think he's a really bright future in this league. Devontae Graham, Sekou Doumbouya, Hamidou Diallo, and Franz Wagner. Rebounds per game went to, Isaiah Stewart, and assists was Killian Hayes. So, first round here, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. Not an easy first round matchup. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Middleton, Giannis, Dwayne Dedmon they brought in. I believe he's on Miami right now in real life. So, let's see if we can beat them there. We go to 7, but we do us in Philly here. Simmons, Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. The process still continues there. And they actually do beat us in 5. All right, so I guess maybe it's time for... Wow, Chicago. Wow, they really didn't add anybody that crazy to their team. Good for you, Chicago. Really building, out of your core you got right there. So, league meetings right now. We're going to go... What? No, we're not going back to this method. I hate that. Draft lottery right now. Let's see what we got here. Any picks protection to the Pistons? We actually do. We have 9 from the Knicks and 13 from the Celtics. I believe that Knicks pick is top 10 protected, if I do remember correctly. And of course, it's exactly pick 10. Obviously, it's just kind of how my life goes. So I'm fine with our staff. Mark D's nuts, I call him. Does have 2 A ratings, so he's fine. 14 from the Celtics, 25 from the Grizzlies, and 29 of our own. And our second round pick from the Houston Rockets is number 1 overall. So I don't really know. Do I want to try and make some sort of big trade? I'll be back. So here's the deal. We're just going to be sending our 2 first-round picks this year to the Milwaukee Bucks. I considered making some sort of blockbuster trade, but again, okay, 1 move. At the end of the day, I really do like this young core. I feel like it'd be kind of dumb to go ahead and maybe, go ahead and get some crazy guy. I tried to get Jaylen Brown. I think that would have definitely been an upgrade, but, I'm still very comfortable with this young core we have. So Cunningham, Saddiq Bey, Killian Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, Tyrell Terry, Franz Wagner's coming back. Qualifying, Savitas can probably just leave at this point. Jaden Springer. Unfortunately, we just really don't need you. I do want to get Sekou Doumbouya back, though. That's probably a must for me. So, free agency, we do have, $17.5 million. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be much for, one of these max spots right here. And again, did I sound LeBron? Looks like he's going to go back to the Lakers on a 1-year, $38 million deal. But, I'm comfortable with this core we got right now. I don't really feel like there's a reason to move on from Saddiq Bey. I don't think if we're not going to get anything Jaylen Brown or up, I don't really think we're going to be getting that big of a significant upgrade. Again, I'm comfortable with Randall. Isaiah Stewart's putting up double-double. So, again, it's really just about progression for this young squad we got going right now. I'm going to roll with Tyrell Terry, so Devontae Graham will be in a trade. I might package him and Wagner, maybe look for a better backup, one of these 3 positions. So, let's go ahead and see what our options are right here. Devontae Graham, we're going to package him with Franz Wagner, who, again, I do think has real potential in the NBA. Again, he's just not getting the minutes here for us right now, so probably not progressing as much as he could. But let's see what we got here. Gordon Hayward, low-key coming off the bench, coming off 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 numbers. Just how many minutes is that per game? It's 24 minutes. Take a look at his per 36 numbers right here. They're not bad. Gordon Hayward, man, just Crazy what if with him in the Celtics if he never snaps his leg in half, man. Trust me. Miles Bridges, I'm definitely going to take him. He's going to be off the bench for me, whether it's, backup power forward, backup small forward. Probably going to be small forward because, again, we do go ahead and have Cade Cunningham here. So I'm going to go ahead and re-sign him. He's just going to get us qualifying. I'm very comfortable with him. So Springer, I'm probably just going to let go, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind maybe getting a different backup besides Jakob Poeltl. So we will see. Dumbois is going to get that qualifying. Let's see the center spot we got here. I mean, I guess I could just bring back Poeltl. I'll actually resign him, maybe see if I can get like an even bigger upgrade. Because again, with the team, when you got a lot of mid-80 overalls that are especially young, you do want to get a decent amount of 80s off the bench. And again, I know Poeltl is an 80 overall, but I'd maybe rather get somebody that's a little bit higher, maybe an 82, 83 overall. So Bridges is going to slide down to the backup small forward spot. Him and Saddiq Bey are going to be pretty lethal, I would say. 24, 25 years old, both of them. So really good team, really good depth we have right now. I think I'm going to try to upgrade Poeltl, who again hasn't been bad at all. I just think maybe if I can get somebody a couple overalls higher, that would be a little bit better. So see you guys with that trade. Here's the move. I would never do this if it wasn't the final season, but we're going to be picking up Nerlens Noel, who's a couple years older. We also get a really valuable first-round pick, but again, I don't need it. I mean, Nerlens Noel, I would say, is probably a little bit of a better player. He actually had a really solid year, I'd say, for the Knicks this year in real life, but we're going to go ahead. I think he actually filled in pretty well when Mitchell Robinson was out, so whoops, wrong team. This is going to be the squad we're going to go with. I'm comfortable with it. Again, we didn't really go out and sign any crazy big free agents. I mean, obviously, Julius Randle is a big free agent, but it's not like we went out and signed somebody that was completely, totally unrealistic. Again, I don't think Julius Randle is ever going to end up on the Detroit Pistons, but it's not like we signed Kevin Durant or Steph Curry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we took a little bit of a different approach here, which I am happy with. So this is the squad. I will see you guys at the start of the third and final year. All right, so this is it. This is the team we are going with. Again, I am happy the way we kind of went about this rebuild, not exactly going ahead and signing, 99 overall free agents. I think it's a little bit more fun to do it this way. A little bit more of a challenge as well. So again, not trying to make this realistic, but I do like building, especially with the really nice young core that Detroit does have. So, final season, Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Saddiq Bey, Julius Randle, and Isaiah Stewart. Bench unit, Miles Bridges, Sekou Doumbouya, and Nerlens Noel. Tyrell Terry and Hamidou Diallo. I think this team's going to be really good. Hopefully, we can get to the finals, maybe 1-1. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final year. Look, don't get me wrong. I think Chet Holmgren's going to be a really good player in the NBA. I think he's definitely going to be a top 2-3 pick in the 2022 NBA draft. Is he going to win an MVP in his second season? Probably not a God's chance in hell. Come on, 2K. I mean, 30 points. I mean, centers don't really score 30 points today. I hate to break it to you. Like, I mean, excluding maybe a couple. Like, I mean, obviously, like, Jokic and Embiid can do it, but, like, guys that are in the second year of their NBA don't score 30 points a night as a center spot. Come on. Kahi Clark, again, I don't know names. Kahi? I don't know. If somebody wants to type out the pronunciation, I appreciate it. Rookie of the Year, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jonathan Isaac, Chet Holmgren also wins Most Improved. And Mark does win Coach of the Year. We go 61-21, and it does secure us a 1 spot here in the Eastern Conference playoffs. So, look at numbers: Cunningham, Hayes, Saddiq Bey, Julius Randle, Isaiah Stewart, Miles Bridges, Tyrell Terry, Sekou Doumbouya, and Nerlens Noel. Rebounds went to Isaiah Stewart, and assists was Cunningham. So, let's see if we can get it done here. Sky Clark, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Siakam, and Evan Mobley. Wow. Evan Mobley fell to 4 in this year's draft. That's interesting. All right, let's see what we can do here with Toronto. Again, pretty nice young team. They're not even necessarily young, but, they have some nice core right there. We do win. Moving on to Orlando. Markelle Fultz, wow, they picked up Tyler Hero. Jonathan Kuminga, they ended up drafting with their 5th overall pick. Looks like he's had a pretty good playoff run for them so far. Jonathan Isaac, Wendell Carter Jr. Oh, boy. Wow, we won in 7. And the team that eliminated us last year, Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, baby. Can we get it done, get a little redemption, and head to the NBA Finals? We can. Oh, boy. Oh, come on. I just know the Pelicans are going to beat us. I know the Pelicans are going to beat us. We win game 1. We win game 2. Okay, maybe not. No. We're not getting into this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Killian Hayes, Finals MVP at the age of 22. 24.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals a game, 47% from 3, and 55% from the field. So, that is officially it. I would have been nice if Cunningham won Finals MVP, but again, I will take a championship any which way I can get it. So, I had fun with this one. Again, we didn't do this one in a typical fashion where I go out and, I sign, a bunch of really crazy high free agents. But, I like this move again with a super solid young core. Maybe if we're looking at a team more like Toronto, who, does have Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry, on their team right now who are a little bit older, we definitely could go out and sign some bigger name free agents. But with a team like Detroit, really solid young core, I think this is definitely the way to do it. So, as always, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below. It definitely does help me out a ton. Let's see if we get 150 likes in this video. If you guys want more prospect rebuilds, make sure to let me know down below in the comments section and upvote the ones you guys do want to see, the ones you guys do agree with. Obviously, nothing's set in stone yet, and we probably will be doing these anyways after the NBA draft. So, that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.